here's one thing Megan and I both do. We do this. This is part of nonverbal communication. When you lean in, you're showing them that they're important. Like, I want to be in your space. Now, here's where your intuition comes in, because there are some people that don't want you in their space. And it's not because they don't like you. It's not because they don't know you. It's because this is my space and that is your space. Please respect it. So I need you to use your intuition on that. If you see her kind of go like this, you kind of go like this. Okay? But you're still giving that vibe. Like, I can almost, oh my gosh, I do not know who keeps trying to call me. You just need to kind of go with your gut on that, okay? Use your intuition. God gave it to you for a reason, but most of the time you're going to want to lean in. Other thing you're going to want to do, and how many of you are totally 100% okay with eye contact? Like, you're like, I love it, give it to me, look me in the eye, tell it to me straight, right? And how many of you are more like, let's not. How about I look right between your eyes and pretend like it's eye contact, but it's not really eye contact, yes? Okay, good. Okay, I'm good. We got both in here and it's all good. But here's what I'm going to tell you, okay? When you look somebody right eye to right eye, that it connects you emotionally, and so you can just about, your brain waves almost like sync up. Okay, so I know it sounds weird, and for those of you who are not like 100% on the eye contact train, it's totally okay. Here's what you got to do. Practice it in short bursts. Like, real quick, like, hey girl, nice to meet you. You know what I mean? Like, just practice it in really short bursts, okay? You'll get there. You'll be able to do it longer. It's like when you learn to swim and like hold your breath. Like you did it for a little bit and then you popped up, right? Like you're like, hold on, I just gotta hold my breath for a second, and then you pop back up, okay? So right eye to right eye is where that connection is, but I do understand if you're somebody who's a little bit like, that makes me really uncomfortable, because we want you still to be authentic, but that connection is important, okay? The other thing that you wanna make sure that you're doing is sort of telling stories, if you will. So you know how like Laura got up here and she told us about her house? And like how she never thought that this was something that she could have, right? And she's so excited that she's been able to do this, and you guys got like invested in that, right? Like you're like, yeah girl, you do deserve that house and all the things that are in it, right? And so you want to do that same thing with our products. So if there's a product that has made a difference for you, you can share that. Because science has proven that when you tell stories and you share stories, our brainwaves legitimately connect. We immediately start to go, oh, and we start to be on the same wavelength. So like if you tell a story about when you went to prom, what's amazing, like if I start to tell you about me going to prom, what do you start thinking?
Your prom.
Right? Or the first time you started driving a car, right? And so when you tell stories, you're syncing up, and that's how you're connecting. And so telling stories, giving examples, yes, your steps to success, what to say in a skincare class is an amazing framework. It gives you great verbiage, right? But you can make it your own. So that way you guys can connect and you can kind of sync up your wavelengths, right? And so a couple of things that I do, and I actually have a handout for this and I will give it to you in a little bit, but like I have different nicknames for different products. You've heard a couple, right? Like Botox in a box, right? And so find the ones that work for you. And I have some examples. You can use them, you can leave them, it doesn't hurt my feelings. But like things like, okay, so I know there are gonna be some people who like really cringe when I say this one. Oil-free eye makeup remover is my critter getter. I know, like there are people that are gonna cringe. I know there are people that are gonna cringe, and I'm sorry, but it's my critter getter. It gets rid of the critters, like we don't want them. That's my critter getter, so that's what I use it for. And there are literally people who call me and go, okay, I need more critter getter. Like, okay, so, and then I have a good girlfriend, so I reached out to a couple of my sales director friends and I asked them, like, what are some of your nicknames for products? And so I have a girlfriend who is in the Gloria Mayfield Banks area, and they okay, this is kind of funny. They take the skincare sets and they connect them to bras. So like, the botanical set is your training bra.
Yeah.
Your 3D set is your maiden form. It's an everyday bra. It's great for every day, right? Your repair set is your Victoria's Secret's bombshell bra. Right? Naturally lined, braless. Men's line, jockstrap. So, I mean, that's how you connect with people, right? Like you don't have to be me, you don't have to be Megan, but you gotta have fun with it, right? And you gotta be passionate about your product. So like I said, I have some of the names, I have some of the things, and so one of the things I do, Megan, I'm kind of touched on this, I'm like making sure people know ingredients, like if they're used to higher ingredients. There are some products where my personality, I can literally get away with going, for a lot of people, I can go, yes, this skincare set is really great. It's science. Like, and so I'm just like, because there are some people who are, and sometimes one of the questions I ask at the very beginning is, are you more of a bottom line gal or do you want all the details? Because that's going to help me to kind of connect with them. Because if there's somebody who wants all the details, I'm going to tell them some more stuff about it, right? Like I'm going to give them a couple more power statements about each of the products. But if they're a bottom line gal, they're like, nope, just tell me like, just get right to it. I don't need all the fluff. Just tell me what it does. Pick a couple of power statements from your lookbook or go on Product Central and pull up each thing and just pick a couple of power statements about each. Because like for me, I don't care if there is prickly pear cactus extract in here and that it's a humectant blend and that it helps to draw moisture into your skin and it's going to help you be more lifted and plump and fabulous. I know the information. I just don't care. Like it works. Awesome. Science. So that's one of the questions that I ask. But one of the things that I love to tell people about the lifting serum is that the TP1, I forget what the official name of it is. Yeah, that one. Yeah. It's that lifting serum is like liquid gold because that ingredient, the TP1, actually costs more per ounce than gold does. So like if they're investing in that, like that's more per ounce for your skin than what you would pay for gold. And you know gold prices right now are really high, right? Like it's crazy ridiculous. That's why people are dropping everything and running to Alaska because gold prices are really, really high right now. So that's the kind of stuff that you've got to be able to like kind of connect and share. And those little statements are when you make that eye contact. And then you can look away again. Those of you who are like, you're like, look at this set, isn't it pretty? No, so like that's how you connect is by you telling stories, you learning little things. And the cool thing about telling stories is that they don't have to be your story. So you have all of the sales directors here to tap into for stories. You have In Touch with all the videos that are on In Touch that you can tap into for stories. And so if there's a story that you connect with or like you're like, wait a second, she told me that this, and this, and oh my gosh, I remember Pam Shaw said this, and this. Oh my goodness, one of my Mary Kay girlfriends, we're all your girlfriends in Mary Kay. It's okay, you can claim us, okay? Doesn't matter how high up they are. If you've only ever heard their voice on a video or on the phone or on $1 million message, it's okay. We're all your girlfriends. So you can say, oh my goodness, my Mary Kay girlfriend had that happen and XYZ. Like, oh my goodness, this is the story. So you guys can use stories to connect and to win others over because at the end of the day, when we get to the end of the class or when we get ready to share about the opportunity, yes, they love that their skin feels fabulous. But what they love more is that you took the time to get to know them, to share some laughs with them because we don't laugh enough today, and to be able to see them. Because so many women today go through every single day feeling invisible. And you guys get the opportunity, even if for just an hour, to show them that they matter and that you care. And that if something were to ever happen, somebody would miss them. Because I'm telling you right now, some of us are the lifeboats for the ladies in our lives, and we don't even know it. So you've got to be able to connect to be able to make that difference. Yes, we sell skincare. Yes, we sell lipstick. But the reason Mary Kay designed this company wasn't to peddle skincare, and it wasn't to peddle lipstick. It was to change women's lives, to empower them, to let them know that they matter, and that somebody cares. And how amazing that she found one of the only products that's pretty much universal for every single woman on the planet. So let them know you care. Even if it's for just that short amount of time, even if you're only in their space ever for an hour, and you never get together with them again, let them know you care. Last quick story on that. I had a party that I did in Baltimore 2 years ago, literally 2 years ago. I drove up there on a whim. I was like, all right, I had her number wrong. So that's why she wasn't answering me, but I'm gonna go, because that's where I need to go. So I spent that hour with her sister-in-law and her niece. And after that, I put her in my customers, because that's what we do, right? We put her in my customers, and she gets the beauty newsletter, right? And every once in a while, like, hey girl, how you doing? But no reply ever. No answer to my phone calls. No reply to my text message. Just the occasional, like, touch, right? Now, some were more pleasantly persistent with, but I could kind of feel like I couldn't go too much. I used my intuition, right? Last year in November, in the middle of the pandemic, all of a sudden I get this email that says, congratulations, you have a new unit member. Did y'all know that once you hit Red Jacket, you guys can get team members because the company will send people to your website and they can actually sign up on your website?
What?
Like, you don't have to meet them. You don't have to know who they are. They can just go in and fill out the consultant agreement form. Did y'all know that? Fun fact, Valerie has had 3 people do that to her. I'm like, hey, congratulations on your team member. She's like, who is it? And I'm like, I don't know. Don't you know? No. Okay, so this woman, because I have actively like done the little touch, right? She's been in my space for only an hour, but she would get emails, texts, and phone calls, right? Went on my website and signed up to be on my team because of that 1 hour I spent with her. It was powerful enough that 2 years later, she was like, I'm ready for a change, and you're it. You guys, 60 minutes can make a world of difference if you use it smart, strategic, and your heart is in the right place because of your passion and who you are. Use that time wisely. Connect with the ones that you're meant to connect with. And let the others go because it's okay. It's okay if they're not all in on who you are. They're your people, and it's okay. I hope that helps. If anybody has any questions, I will be available later.